From the very moment I heard the news, I knew this would not be an easy video for me to make. After 12 long years at Manchester United Football Club, David De Gea will be leaving. And this deeply saddens me as ever since I started watching United, he's always been the guiding light for the team. Now, I'm going to talk about a few things in this video. The first part will be more of a tribute to the man himself and everything that he's come to achieve. And the second will be what I think is an insult to him by the club. And thirdly, what should be done going forward. So for starters, David De Gea, what a man, what a player. He came to United as a somewhat unknown, raw teenage goalkeeper from Atletico Madrid. Now, in his entire career, Sir Alex Ferguson only ever missed 2 Manchester United games. I believe one was due to illness, but I know that the other was to see a young goalkeeper named David De Gea play. Now, Sir Alex De Gea signed him up, trusted him, and since that moment, De Gea's been through high and low. No matter what the club's been through, De Gea's always been there. He was there when we gloriously lifted the Premier League title, but he was also there when Man City snatched it from our noses on the final day. He was there a few seasons after that when Ferguson had left, when we finished 7th in our first season without him. And he was also there when we had the success under Van Gaal and Mourinho winning the cups. He was there when he made 14 saves against Arsenal in one single game. But he was also there when he was known as the dodgy keeper. He was also there when he had a few odd howlers along the way. But most importantly, when United needed him, he was never not there. He's been through thick and thin, like I've said. A true legend of the club, played over 500 games, kept more clean sheets than any other goalkeeper in the history of the club, and it just really makes me really sad to see him go. He's won 4 Sir Matt Busby Player of the Year awards and 4 Players Player of the Year awards, meaning he's a favourite of his United colleagues and of course of the fans. He's also won 2 Premier League Golden Glove awards and made some absolutely outstanding and incredible saves along the way. And more significantly, he won the Golden Glove award in the Premier League last season. Bear in mind that last season we had absolutely top goalkeeping from the likes of Nick Pope, Alisson, Edison, Ramsdale, to name a few. But of all the names who won the Golden Glove, and he won it by quite a clear margin, it was David De Gea. And this brings me on to my next point on why I believe he's been treated very harshly by the club. And this harsh treatment of a player that has served Manchester United Football Club for 12 years and been a fantastic figure, a fantastic person. All of his teammates consider him an amazing person, and for his performances, a blind fan can tell you that he's been absolutely incredible. So I think he's been treated unfairly because now in the press there has been evidence of Man United offering him a new contract, De Gea agreeing to said new contract, which was on quite reduced terms on what he was earning before, but De Gea agreed, only for United to then retract the contract offer after De Gea had agreed to it, and then just to let him go. Now, this guy served you for 12 years, and how can you just throw him out like that? I think that's insulting. And I've absolutely loved David De Gea every time I've watched him. I've backed him from the beginning. And one thing I will particularly remember is during the 21-22 campaign, which was rather difficult for United. Plenty of mixed feelings, with the jubilation of some of those magic moments from Ronaldo and De Gea, and then the utter bitter sorrowness of the terrible defeats against Man City, Liverpool, Watford. There was Brighton. Just a really underwhelming campaign. But there was one man other than Ronaldo who was always there. It was De Gea. And arguably, if it was anyone else between the sticks during that campaign, it would have been much worse for United. And De Gea not only produced outstanding saves, but he was consistent, always there. Every shot, he was there. And if we had actually put some decent defenders in front of him, like thankfully we had done the following campaign, 22-23, it would have been so much better. Now in 22-23, De Gea did win the Golden Glove, made some outstanding saves. Shout out to that one save he made against Leicester City. I watched that, it was incredible. Again, this campaign fared much better for the club as a whole, and De Gea also put in some absolute standout performances throughout this period. We did go on to win the Carabao Cup and completed a return to the Champions League, but I still think that De Gea played a huge role in that success, and it's completely unfair the way he's being let go. And if you really do think about it, the man won the Golden Glove last season by, I think, what was it, two clean sheets clear or 3 clean sheets clear, and the Premier League is supposedly the hardest league and most competitive league in the world, right? So doesn't that make him among the best goalkeepers in the world? So why do the club not want him anymore? And this is because, well, even as someone who really admires De Gea and is really, really sad to see him go, there's no hiding the fact that he's not the best with the ball at his feet. He's much better saving aerial shots in the air. There's all this stuff about a modern goalkeeper and what that's meant to mean. Being able to sort of operate a bit more as a sweeper keeper, coming as an extra centre back when in possession, and that role doesn't really suit De Gea. But what I don't understand is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yes, I know we want to try and be the modern club and all of that, but if a goalkeeper has won the Golden Glove literally last season, he's in pretty good form, we've got a strong defense in front of him to make things better, so I just don't see why it makes sense to be letting this De Gea, who's kept more clean sheets than any other United keeper, more than Van der Sar, more than Schmeichel. Also, just mentioning Van der Sar, my best, most sincere prayers and wishes over his current health concerns. But back to De Gea. He's also made, I think it's 540 or more appearances for the club. Just to put that into perspective, when De Gea first played for the club, he won the Premier League title. I know my words are being a bit confusing now, but yeah, when he sorry, just a bit overwhelmed by all this news. Shortly after De Gea joined, United won the Premier League title, and currently, if we exclude De Gea, nobody in the squad has won the Premier League title, meaning he brought a large amount of experience, great leader in the squad, and I do think he was destined to captain the team. Other than that humongous blunder of a man known as Harry Maguire, don't get me started on him. To be honest, I feel like he was playing against De Gea for majority of the time he's been at the club. But nonetheless, I think the whole contract situation was absolutely shameful by the higher ups at United, and I really hope this doesn't happen again. I mean, come on. And as for going forward, like I said, I don't believe in this modern goalkeeper nonsense, but I mean, what can I do now? He's gone. My best wishes to David over his future, of course. And as for the team, there has been strong links concerning Andre Onana, and I don't know too much about Onana. I've seen an odd performance from him or two. Played quite well in the Champions League final, but I don't know. De Gea is just unreplaceable. I'm lost for words. Well, big thank you to David De Gea for all the incredible moments and saves, and I'm really sad to see him go. And all the best for David De Gea in the future. Glory, glory, Man United.